Welcome back to Hot Takes with Chaotic Neutral Goblin. Today, we are going to be taking a look at the 10 survivors that I would swipe left for on Tinder. Get ready, it's gonna be a wild ride. Now, some of these survivors may come as a surprise to you. Pitter patter, let's get at her. First up, we have Dwight Fairfield. Now, this scaredy cat, Harry Potter ripoff looking dude claims to be out here looking for a bond, but he's really just trying to make you prove thyself on the first date. Like, he's trying to lock you down and make sure you have nowhere else to go. Dwight thinks he's a leader, but his resume says otherwise. He's only ever worked dead-end jobs where he's been the laughingstock of the office, and while we don't condone bullying here, if it's a pattern, it's probably you, dude. He's the type to hide in a locker and watch you die, and also to ghost you on the second date. It's a no from me. Laurie Strode is the type of girl who's toxic in almost every relationship she's ever been in, but portrays herself as like a victim and a sole survivor of the relationship who's just trying to focus on herself, which makes sense because she's self-obsessed. This girl wants to be the object of obsession for whomever she has her eyes set on. She wants them to be obsessed with her. It's not healthy. And then when they do become infatuated, she gets annoyed and thinks they're too clingy. And honestly, if things aren't going her way, she's just gonna take that decisive strike to hit you where it hurts most. And you know what? No one needs that kind of drama in their lives. Swipe left. Meg Thomas. Now, this one hurt me a little bit, but upon inspection, Meg Thomas is the type of gal who lives for adrenaline. Like, she's the ball is life, wake up, 100%, John 3:16, get out there, baller. I don't know, All I can say is that I think she's about that quick and quiet lifestyle so she can get back out on the track, if you know what I mean. Like, all your bursts are gonna be sprints and not sweet marathons. So if that's cool with you, it could work out. Me, it's a no for me. Next time, David King. Now this hurts because his mechanic outfit really does things to me. However, generic David King, he's the type of man that thinks he's gonna live forever, and he takes no concern for his well-being or yours, for that matter. Like, he's the type who would speed up in a fast car and like swerve on the highway just to impress you, but you'd end up being scared for your life. You're like, I'm not gonna make it out, I'm not gonna see tomorrow, this is it for me. He wouldn't take any of your concerns seriously. Like, he'd probably laugh it off because he's all about that no mither lifestyle, bruh. David is also the kind of guy who would just be like dead hard, you know, which means you're going to be doing all the work and it's not going to be good either way. Get him out of here. Adam Francis. He's cute, but like, you're also not going to be anything but a diversion for Adam. He's a good looking dude and he knows he's a pretty boy. So he's out here seeking all the deliverance he can get before like the youth and the pretty looks kind of like wear off. He's also like the type, I think, to be like too focused on his career to make time for you. So he's just kind of like boogieing down wherever he can boogie down. And that's fine. There's nothing wrong with that. But like, I'm on here for a nice lasting relationship because this is Tinder and that's what you do. This is a site for you to build lasting relationships, not a hookup site. Swipe left. Ash. I have never seen his movie, but I hate him with every fiber of my being. But all I know is that when you buckle up to go on the wild ride that is dating in the time of dating apps, you don't want a guy who's gonna flip-flop all over the place. Have you ever rescheduled a date 3 times only to show up at the most recently agreed upon time and wait for 43 minutes before you finally hear from the guy, something came up? Yeah, I wouldn't recommend it. The mettle of man is fickle at best with guys like Ash, and their egos are insanely fragile. No thanks. Oh, Nancy Wheeler, I love an independent woman, but like, she's the type of gal to like claim and portray on social media like that you're the perfect couple and like, oh, we're better together. Then she'll totally just rely on her inner strength in times of need. Like, she won't talk to you about what she's upset about or what she's going through, and then she's gonna come back to you later and be upset that you didn't push and try to dig and find out more after she told you to back off. You're like, I was just respecting what you told me to do, but she says doesn't care. Nancy is the type of girl to be fixated on her own wants and desires, so be prepared to put yours on the back burner. Jonah Vasquez! Yo, I've had this guy try to pick me up on film sets before. The only thing he's ever overcome in his life is corrective action from HR, which was like, in all honesty and retrospect, it was nothing more than a slap on the wrist. Like, stop harassing people. Nobody wants to go to the bar with you after. You're a skis ball. Bruh, get out of here. Kate Denson. Man, oh man. Like, Kate looks like a good time in a Free People bandana top, but your night is headed towards disaster when you go with a girl like this. You think it's gonna be all fun and games, like you think it'll be a good time when she's like, oh, come on, dance with me, and you dance in a local pool hall, but then she gets one too many Jamesons in her, and her temper just boils over, and she gets mad and makes a scene, and then throws up in the corner, and then like leaves. If you get stuck in a situation like this, your best chance is to find a window of opportunity to get out of there. I recommend using the bathroom window. Next, finally, Leon S. Kennedy. He's a cutie for sure. And you know what's also cute? That little rookie spirit. But here's the thing. I'm not going to go out of my way to teach a man new tricks when all he knows is the flashbang. If you want to get in a relationship with this man, you're going to have to bite the bullet on a lot of things. And then finally, when you realize you deserve better and you move on and break up with him after 2 years of a relationship, all the response you're going to get from him is, okay. And that's going to be it. And you're both going to be sad and hurt about the whole thing, but you're never going to level with each other because your relationship has never been about communication. It's been about repressing your feelings. My heart goes out to you. I just say avoid the whole thing in general. Honestly, just swipe left. You don't need that. That wraps it up for the 10 survivors that I would swipe left on Tinder. Thank you for joining us for these hot takes with Chaotic Neutral Goblin. And don't forget, this is a charity stream. Thank you so much to everyone who's donated so far.